Welcome back, my fellow agents. It is I, X7, your host of Zenorama, the podcast of heroes and monsters. It is Thursday, that is live action day. And as luck would have it, we have the next 4 episodes of Robot Detective, KGK, Robo KGK, as he's known. These are some fun episodes. They're getting into their stride. We're finding a little more out about Mother, and they do have several Kids of the Week episodes, which is pretty common. But before we get too much further into it, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, and let me know what you think about this episode, these episodes, and this show in general. If you could, please watch a couple minutes longer than usual. It really helps the algorithm. And having said that, let's roll, Kay. All right, we're going to try to get through this a little faster than last time. Now that we don't have to do all the exposition here, we start out with famous jewelry. Famous jewelry stores are being broken into and having their jewels stolen. I did read that right from the subtitles. And they're talking about a former jewel thief that Sheba the Fierce put away. Double criminal mystery, dun dun dun. But they know who it is, the seven-tooled Nanitsaman. There he is, in bright yellow and red stripes, red piping, using a map. So apparently he doesn't have the. They all have different skills, these robots. It's odd that Bad would not try to just send out several at once to take on our hero, but we are early into the show. Look at the old radio. Oh, he doesn't like the sound that it hurts his head from the radio, but he's got this powers. Tokyo International Airport. Matsu the no lock. They think the chief, Sheba the Fierce, there thinks it's him, but Kay, of course, says it's this was opened. They're stealing the crown jewels of somebody or another. He's got now we see it. This is the first time we see his infrared scope that he can look at. Uh, he's still not happy with Kay being on there, but he realized that no lock there can't get in, can't do it because his right hand has been amputated. Let's say amputized, amputated. Okay. And the first fight is on there. So it's hard to get these, and I'm sorry, the quality of the video is just not as good as it could be. The site that did have it is down at the moment, which is sad. I hope it does come back. Let's see, Sheba, yeah, Sheba the Fierce. And, his eyes turn red and he goes into combat mode. There you go, the crown of the Suchan Kingdom. That's what they're over. They want to arrest him, but they have a big fight. Once more names get called, more fighting. Looks like a boot to the bottom. And I think Nansuman just has got his foot right up there. That isn't cricket, but chances are that Kay has balls of steel. That cracked me up. And he can blind him, but unfortunately, it's only temporary. So Hell's Ear shows up. Now, so they're waiting for him. Go get the sake. They think everything's good. They've caught him. Unfortunately, but you can, even though Kay says he thinks nothing of it, his eyes turn blue. Calls out for his mother, Detective Sheba. Follow the path you chose. Suck it up, boy. You can do it. So somebody steals the crown. And they're all happy because they think that they've stopped it, but they didn't. Don't! Joker knocks the robot down, but Nanatsuman, the sound creates disorder in his brain. He gives him a good straight uppercut. kaboom! But then he's attacked right away by the Kawashiman. He's the destructive robot. This leads right into the second episode, or the sixth episode, pardon me. And Kay just gets the stuffing beat out of him, or the fillings, or the gears. Yeah, let's go with the gears. He's kind of full of himself there, Kawashiman. Man, why shouldn't he be? So now we see Mother fixing him. Well, at least we see how he gets repaired. We don't know what powers him. We don't know why he was created and why they just accept a robot as a detective. But we're still early in the show. I do see why the show really didn't last too long. Or it ran 26 episodes, which is successful-ish, but it was Kikaider lasted longer, spawned a sequel, Kamen Rider, of course, Sentai. This one, he wasn't human. It's a good show, but it's really dark. I mean, it's very noir-ish, despite having lots of kids. So, and Jiro there, pardon me, not Jiro, but Tsuyoshi gets clonked on the head and his arm broken, it looks like, but I mean, he's in bad shape here. So he's after the two thieves. And go! That's what he says. The bullets just bounce off. They follow each other. Good thing the Joker can fly. And because he was wrong about the robot, he's going to resign. Look at that. That is one lavender phone. And the girls are making breakfast, but they see the written resignation. But he still yells at him. But now Ushimatsu is under the protection, so he's happy. And Shiba actually throws himself in front there to save him. Fights back on, the final battle. A dummy falls right for it, blows him up. Doesn't even have to use his finisher. But the no-lock gives it to Shiba. And he tears up his resignation letter, and off they go. To be continued. And I don't know why I left this. Oh, he's flying. So Shigeru is there, and that's his dad. Or his uncle. One of the two. Terror from overhead. So flying robot. He's a bad robot. Hikoman. You have to say the ko with that extra, since it's got the useless u after it. Instead of Hikoman, it's Hikoman. But he threatens the kid because he killed his uncle, and now if he talks, but the kid doesn't. He talks right away, tells him what's going on. And while Kay can't fly, he sure can jump like a Kamen Rider. And he gives him a Kinshasa. But he's got this mechanical arm, and Kay does not learn his lesson at all. Kid's worried. There's our villain of the piece there. And now the bad boss, or the voice of bad. And they've given him a revised one, which of course benefits them, but what are you going to do? Because they've already seen that they will kill people who cross them. Looks like a good meal there. And Hikoman drops a rainbow or a shredding halo on him, but it doesn't work that way. And the fight begins again. Kay gets clobbered with it, and Hikoman just leaves him. And Kay doesn't mention that he was protecting anyone, but you can tell he's sad. But he makes friends with the little boy, Shigeru. And now they figured out who the bad guy is. There they go. Off they go. So Shigeru's with Shigeru, pardon me. And the Joker is a VTOL as well. I suppose that's supposed to be, gas or something, but it looks like steam, which is probably safer. So the fight is on again. He drops him. Their miniatures aren't the best. Sorry, Toei. I mean, for television, they're fine, and for salt once. The car knocks him down, and this is the final battle. Looks like those are big old waffles back there, or waffle cones in the back. So interestingly enough, they don't have these fights aren't in like exotic places at this point in time. They're in abandoned and just out in Tokyo, just outside on their lots and things. So it gives it a different sort of look as opposed to Kamen Rider went to amusement parks just like Kikaida did, but in the first 2 years. But by 73, they're making so many, they don't want to stumble on top of each other, probably. Mother gives him a power up. So this is a first. And he defeats Hikoman. Boom! So he's still sad that he can't join with his human friends. His eyes are either blue. Oh, he's crying. I didn't notice that. And now we're into the final, the eighth episode, which Kaminari Man, who looks like a relative of the bubble-headed Booby, which still 1999 is quite a ways away, and he's also got a lightning bolt on his face, or part of it. Oh, there's his little eyes. I was wondering where the stuntman was looking at it. But he's got zappy powers. Death by thunder? Thunder on! He zaps K right away and shorts him out. And once again, Shiba doesn't believe him about a robot. I mean, we're 8 episodes in. They fought 7 or 8 different robots. And they find footprints of him. Now they're going to the bowling alley. These are the 2 boys of the man who was killed. Saburo and Jiro, second son and third son. Be the ball. Be the ball. He was not the ball. Zaps. And so he's out to kill him because somebody wants them dead. And that's the mystery. Kay takes him on and he kind of overpowers this guy. He doesn't let him use his lightning zap, and they're on a trampoline park. In 73, these didn't become popular in the States for like 20 more years. But finally he zaps him and Kay goes down, shorts him out again, down he goes. And he has to go find Mother, who helps him. I am bad. And he's nationwide, or he's bad to the bone. And he's bad, you know it. Shamu, he's bad. There's a lot of them. I just went, bad. He's bad company. Okay, I'll stop. There's our evil. It's their aunt, the boy's aunt, who wants all the Akizuki's, the clan's fortune. And, he has to give her half of it. He has to give Bad half of it. So she agrees there. But he zaps. He zaps. Oh my gosh, I should really edit that out. But that was honest. He zaps him. She's all happy because they think he's dead, but he'll recover. So he's just burned. That would be Jiro. Because the oldest son was Ichiro. We've already seen all of this in Kikaida and Kikaida 01, along with Hakkaida, whose name is Saburo. There's Saburo. He wants to know where Kei has been, but won't tell him. He has 2 secrets. Won't tell him about Mother, but he also doesn't want anyone to know he's repaired and okay. So here we go. Thunder on! But Kaminari Man is doomed. He zaps him, but he returns it because a countercurrent coil has been installed. I don't know that electricity would work that way. You'd think he'd have just put on rubber boots and grounded himself, but yeah. Or if you're, Kato, you could use a mirror. Sign, use safety rope. I don't remember where the sign was. I just thought it was funny. But he gets knocked down again, and he blows up real good. Parts of him. Now they're out having a meal, and Jiro, I keep calling him by his real name, Soshio Tsuyoshi, wishes he was, and then Kei and Saburo are having a good time on the docks. And there you have it. Oh, yes. So that is our second 4 episodes. I really enjoy this series. It's a little dark, and I know it lightens up a bit later on, which is something to say. I mean, it's nice you can't be dark all the time. Kamen Rider lightened up after those first 13 episodes when Takeshi got injured in real life, the actor playing him. So, and that pretty much saved the series. That's when they introduced a lot of the henshin poses and Kamen Rider 2. And yeah. So, until our next assignment tomorrow, which will be a musical, and it will be a live action musical with several great songs. And whittling down the pictures is going to be a chore, but I can do it. Until our next assignment, this is X7 signing off and phasing out.
恐怖のスパイロボット電気椅子腰掛けマンは超音速旅客機の設計図を奪った。しかしそれが偽物と知ったバドウは設計者の葉山博士親子を誘拐。ロボット刑事系は腰掛けマンと対決。次回電気椅子スパイにご期待ください。